What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You guys doing tonight? Happy Thirsty Thursdays? Thirsty Thursdays. Yeah, that's it. What are you guys up to? Yeah, they're finally painting the basement. So I think the only section that the painters have left to do is the wall over here and then right in front of me. But I was gone all day today, so I'm thinking that the guy just didn't want to touch any of my mining equipment and stuff. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, I had a pipe burst and it flooded my basement like a month ago or a month and a half ago, and they just tore everything out, the carpet, getting the walls repainted and all that, new carpet. So excited about that. But yeah, how you guys doing tonight? What's up, Strika? 6FIGS in the house. What's going on, guys? How you guys all doing tonight? So I did up the quality from a 720p to a 1080p through StreamYard, which is the platform that I use. And I don't know if it's pretty good right now, guys. Let me know. Is it like choppy? It might take a minute. I don't know, just because I went live just to see what's going on. But I get like a 7-day free trial with 1080p, so hopefully it won't be crap quality. If someone who's not watching now goes back and watches it, they'll be able to see a little bit better. What's up, Rodney? How's it going? Yeah, so I don't really have anything planned tonight, guys. Like I said, I was out all day. I was at Storybook Land with the family and kids. So I just got back like a half hour ago. I didn't have any time to prep for this, but yeah, we'll just do my typical market overview, and then have 6Fig come in here and talk crypto, do some technical analysis on the usual coins we do. And I got some requests written down here from Twitter that you guys wanted that I've never heard of, so it'll be good to get into those. And if you guys have any, requests, just feel free to write it down below in the comments during the live chat, and we'll try to get to those at the end. So really appreciate all the support. If you guys want a super chat, that'd be kind of cool. I've only had one person ever super chat me before, but you don't have to. I wouldn't if I was myself. But yeah, let's just jump right in, guys. I don't want to bore you guys. Smash that like button, subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Really appreciate it. So yeah, let's see. Market. So how is the market doing right now? So we are down about 2.27%. Last 24 hours look like Bitcoin's at about 47,700. ETH's at about little under $4,000. Binance Coin's $530. Solana's up only 0.5%. Cardano's down on the day. Wow, 4.48%. It's at $1.25. Top gainers last 24 hours up 50%. We got Augur, $24.50. We got Measurable Data Token. Never heard of that, but that's up 28%. It's at 10 cents. We got Function X up 22%. Looks like it spiked up. Not familiar with that one. A lot of these I haven't really heard of. Gods Unchained. The only time I've ever heard of these is just from doing my market overview. I've never actually got into any of them. But are you guys invested in any of these? Just curious. Let me know. Losers last 24 hours. We got Decentralized Social down 32%, sitting at about $88.16. Elrond down 11.71%, sitting at $274. And we got Circuits of Value down 9.2%, sitting at 10 cents. But yeah, overall markets, looking red. We're in a little retracement, but you can't keep going up. You always gotta, retrace a little bit before you keep moving up. Today is December 16th, 2021. And let's see. On this day, the Taj Mahal Palace and Tower Hotel opened. Interesting. The F4 Tuscaloosa tornado hit Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Some famous birthdays: Kristen Ritter, Theo James, and Zara Larson. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know who those people are. That might sound bad if they're pretty popular, but I don't know who they are. Today is National Chocolate Covered Anything Day, Bahrain National Day, Bangladesh Victory Day, Barbie and Barney Backlash Day. What the heck is that? Let's just forget about Barbie and Barney for a while, okay? Day of Reconciliation, Kazakhstan Independence Day, and Vijay Diwas. So whatever that is, something in the Indian Armed Forces, paying tribute to remember the sacrifices of their soldiers. That's pretty interesting. That is for your December 16th holidays today. Let's see. Crypto bubbles. I love crypto bubbles. This is the top 100 coins. Looks like we got more red, obviously, than green. But Cello, I don't even know how to pronounce that, is up 13% on the day. CVX, Convex Finance, is up. So it's kind of cool. I've talked about this in the past, though, but it looks like Crypto Bubble's updated. You can now look at the 200 all the way up to the top 1,000 coins, which is pretty cool. UFO, ooh, I got a bag of that. What is that? Up 30% in the day. It's a gaming coin. I like that. Then you can also search by exchanges. So let's see what the top Coinbase coins are. Yeah, that FX. Probably because it got listed recently. It would be my guess. Gods. That's one that someone requested, actually. We might be getting into that. Gods Unchained. I think that's a play-to-earn game. $7.20, up 15% on the day. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, if you guys are interested in this, just check it out. CryptoBubbles.net. You can just play around with all the settings here, daily, weekly. And you can put whatever you want in the bubbles, like the content. You can put performance, market cap, whatever. But yeah, I just like looking at this because I'm a visual person. I like looking at all that type of stuff. All right, Bitcoin dominance. We're at a 40.93. Still on that downtrend from, what is it, about the 19th of October? So still on a downtrend, but when in doubt, zoom out. I'm still looking at the bigger picture. I still think we're going to be going up, but we'll talk about a little bit about that later. Crypto total market cap sitting about 2.2 trillion. Looks like we're going sideways a little bit, but still on a downtrend from our peak at 2.9 trillion on 9 November. I think we were a little over 3 trillion actually, but TradingView doesn't always accurately represent. It's always plus or minus a little bit, because if you go to CoinGecko, it's always a little bit higher on there. So there you have it for your crypto total market cap. Crypto Fear and Greed Index for Bitcoin. Let me refresh it. So it looks like we're back in extreme fear. Yesterday we were at a 29 fear, and now today we were at 23 extreme fear. So, I always talk about this, I always mention it, not a financial advice, but be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. I bought a pretty decent bag of Matic the other day when we were in extreme fear and shot up to like 221, 222. I didn't cash out or anything, still holding it, but yeah, just kind of look at this like as a general overview of how the market's doing. So we're right here on this downtrend. It looks like 23. We're at that, around the end of September timeframe was the last time before we had that jump up from 7 October all the way to the 16th of November before we started our downtrend. So who knows? Who knows where we're going? I don't know. Bitcoin 30-minute chart sitting about 47,756. But yeah, we had that pump the other day from the Fed meeting that we had. But looks like we went sideways a little bit, and now we're just on a continued downtrend a little bit. But we'll get more into the Bitcoin charts when 6Fig gets into it. He is the technical expert. Speaking of which, let's add him. What's going on, 6Fig? How's it going?
What's happening, man? I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me once again. It's been a while, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've gotten on, and I know Thanksgiving and things have been kind of hectic the last few years. Where's my head at tonight? Last few weeks.
Yeah.
So it feels good to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah, for sure. I know. I don't even know what happened. What was it last week? Was it? I don't know what happened. Oh, I was in Florida, I think. That's what it was. Yeah. God, I can't even remember. Yeah, I was in Florida, man. I love Florida. Oh, it was so nice down there. It was like 80-degree weather.
Oh, perfect.
Hopping and popping. Everything was, it was fun.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect weather, man. We definitely lucked out with that.
Yeah. But we got 12 people watching. How you guys doing tonight? Let's start engagement in the comment section. You guys, what are you guys up to tonight? I'm just chilling. Don't really have much to get into unless you guys have any hot topics you want to talk about tonight. Yeah, Twitter's blowing up right now.
So let us know in the comments section if you got any questions, if you have any crypto that you want to get looked up. We can just kind of jump right into it. If you want to look at the Bitcoin market cap dominance
Sure.
This is something that you just mentioned. Now, what we are seeing here is that, uh, we are almost on a triple bottom with this thing. So that is good to see that we have this support, excuse me, right around this 40% level. And we are, to boot, we are seeing this little descending triangle. It's tough to tell, are we on this trajectory here? Bear with me one second here. Are we on this trajectory here, or, are we on more of a trajectory like this? I think only time will tell at this point, but I think it'd be safe to say that Bitcoin dominance will possibly bounce in between this 40% and 42% level going into possibly the end of January, maybe early January, if we can get a nice bullish bounce out of this descending triangle. I do think that we will see some nice bullish Bitcoin dominance happen. As you can see, this thing's been really getting hit hard since December of 20. And I think there's just a lot going on with, the altcoins coming up and stuff like that, kind of sucking away uh, market cap from Bitcoin. But yeah, that's where Bitcoin market cap dominance is at right now. So if this falls lower, I do think that we will see the market collapse a little bit. Let's see here.
You
Should
can
we
hear
check
me, right?
out? Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
Should we check out Bitcoin here quick?
Let's just jump right into Bitcoin just to see
Yeah,
how the whole market is right now before we get into
for
everything
sure.
else.
Yeah,
I'm crossing off my list of stuff.
so I did a little TA on my channel today about Bitcoin. And I'm just going to go ahead and clear all of this. So we'll just kind of start from point A on this. Now, Bitcoin is in this unique position right now where either I do think that we're looking at seeing some sort of additional corrective wave to the downside, maybe down to these levels here, or I do think there is a chance that we may be fixing to see some sort of inverse head and shoulders. So, with that said, I do think that Bitcoin could possibly be um, could be hinging right now. I should say we can see that there is some sort of symmetrical triangle squeeze coming off Bitcoin, and I know I've been kind of talking a little bit about like December 18th, somewhere in there, that we'd see something happen with the market. And I do think that is still possibly the case, just with this symmetrical triangle squeeze pointing right to December 19th, December 18th. So I think that, in the next couple of days, we may see this thing really start moving. And only time will tell over the next couple of days, right? So I think that if this thing does go lower, it's probably coming right down to this $40,000 level. If we start going back to the upside, we may be able to argue that, hey, there really could be some sort of head and shoulders pattern that is forming. And I do think that the price would probably come up and kiss on this 200 moving average. Whoops, bear with me one second here. I just I just messed up a bunch of stuff here. Okay, I'm going to delete that. I'm not sure what the heck happened. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
sending a tweet.
Okay. So yeah, I think that we'd see this price come up and probably hit this 200 moving average. So I do think that, if there is if we see Bitcoin start raging to the upside, that would be awesome. And if we could maybe even sneak price action right through this thin part of the Ichimoku cloud. Let's see what this looks like on a daily chart. I really like playing the cloud. Yeah. Yeah, look at this, guys. So this is what I want right here. I want price action to come up here and sneak right through this weak spot in the Ichimoku cloud, right in here. And so if we could get price to come up, break through the wall of the cloud or right in there, maybe kind of finish off this inverse head and shoulder and rip to the upside. That would be the most ideal circumstances right now for Bitcoin. So let's just say Bitcoin.
What's the probability of a move through the Ichimoku cloud, like what you're talking about? Like, do you know data metrics historically speaking? Like, is it very common that when there is a break like that, it'll go through like the cloud, or like what is your thoughts on that?
It's really dependent on the cloud itself. A lot of times, when you start seeing, and Bitcoin is a wild animal when it comes to this stuff, and it tends to defy a lot of cloud trading. But the thing about Bitcoin is, and so let's just say you're thinking that you want price action to rise above a certain part of the cloud. You're always looking for thinner parts of the cloud for price action to possibly travel through. And for Bitcoin to come up and run through this section here wouldn't be the, hardest thing to do. But when we start running into like thicker parts of the cloud, it's a lot of times harder for price to break through thicker parts of the cloud. And so the percentage of a successful pass through does go down the thicker the cloud in general. I mean, looking at this chart, Bitcoin just kind of plows through the cloud whenever it wants to. But when we look at some of these other charts, I'll go and show you guys what I'm looking at. And so like on the daily chart here, price action is extremely far away from the Ichimoku cloud right now. Conversion line is down here below the baseline. This is the exact setup that I want to see. I want to see this 200 moving average continue going like this. And we might just see this 50 moving average just come and glance off that 200. Now, let's just say we get the inverse head and shoulders here, folks. This is what gets me excited. And let's just say we come back up to maybe test these $68,000 levels. So I'm just going to clear this chart. So
is the golden ratio that big wick to the downside right there? There was a tweet I talked about in my video from Tech Dev where the last couple bull runs where we wicked down to the golden ratio, price action soared within like a week or two, like just went parabolic. And this is exactly what just happened.
So the golden ratio is the 161.8. So I'd have to know like where he measured, where he made his measurements from, or if it was like in time sequence, or if it was an extension, or I'd have to know. Yeah, if you can find it, we might be able to look at it. But here's the big kicker for Bitcoin right here. So if we look at this, we just draw a little semicircle, drop it down here, and let's just say this plays out, this inverse head and shoulders plays out like this. What does that give us here? Well, it gives us our cup and handle. So this is exciting to see stuff like this really play out. So I do think that if this happens, I've kind of mentioned this in previous streams too, that this could be fixing to turn into one big ass giant ascending triangle to take us up to some crazy new levels. I mean, I've been saying this for months and months, specifically in the charts with CKB and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got it. Hold up. Let me just
are you able to
share my screen
that?
real quick. Yeah, I think all right. This is something different, I think, but I think it's pretty much the same concept. So it says my general thesis for Bitcoin cycle is that we're imitating the 2017 on the lower time frame since the July 1.272 bounce, imitating 2013 on the higher time frame since the cycle low, taking more time to do everything than both.
Can you scroll up a little bit? Did he say what? Oh yeah, the 127. Yeah, the 127 is a very common reversal point. Absolutely, that's one of my favorite levels to look at, is in between the 127 and the 168 for reversals. So I'm just having a hard time here looking at this. Is there a way to blow that up?
Yeah, let me
It's just your connection is so laggy. It's like everything's fuzzy.
is it?
Yeah,
God, I upgraded to 1080p for the free trial they had for the next 7 days, so I don't even know if
it's.
that's
I think
or
it's
my
your
internet.
internet.
Even though I pay for the highest internet, I still have a low connection.
Yeah, it's hard for me to tell where he's drawing those lines. Let's see here. So if he's talking about a 127 bounce, he might have measured from here to here. No. Okay, maybe he measured. Yeah, see, it's tough for me to know where he made his measurements from just based off that. It's just not clear.
Yeah,
But
I like Tech Dev. He's got a bunch of good charts. I
okay,
mean, I don't know if you do you follow him at all or
I've
keep
never heard of him. I don't really look at other people's work just because.
because you're
Um,
six fig.
no,
That's
no,
why.
I mean, dude, I just
I know.
I
Jeez.
just I fly by my own TA, and I'm sure they do this well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's kind of Bitcoin in a nutshell, and we may be in fact gearing up for this really nice leg up. So let's just say Bitcoin takes the next leg up. We've got some Elliott wave theory possibly to this, to the upside here. The second we peak out here, look for a nasty, nasty correction, because that means we will have fulfilled Elliott wave theory, and chances are we'll see some sort of ending diagonal or symmetrical triangle or something like that happen, and the whole thing is going to fall apart, guaranteed. Similar
What
to,
time frame is that? Like in February ish?
we have no idea. We need to get the bounce first. I
Yeah,
have no idea.
and that's the other thing that I think is kind of funny. But Lark Davis, he's a big YouTuber. I mentioned this in one of my videos the other day. Is kind of a group think mentality where everyone was expecting to blow off top in December. That's not going to happen now. So
No.
now everyone's saying that we're going to go out to January, February, March, like even out to September timeframe is what I've heard.
Sure.
So who knows? But I did want to talk about real quick about, and I've talked about this in my last couple of videos. If you guys watched, is the look into Bitcoin
Yeah,
charts. Did you get a chance to check any of those out? Because
I have a little
literally,
bit.
like, not many people talk about it. Like, very, every once in a while, I'll have a YouTuber will come on and, like, a big YouTuber, crypto YouTuber will come on and talk about some of it. But all the data here, let me just, I'm going to share my screen real quick. So, if you guys aren't familiar with this, it's called lookintobitcoin.com. And essentially what it is it has a bunch of Bitcoin charts. There's market cycle charts, and then there's on-chain charts with just a bunch of data all throughout Bitcoin's history. And I talked about a couple of these in depth on a couple of my videos, like the Puel multiple, the 2-year moving average multiplier, stock to flow model, which is Plan B's, most famous, what he's most famous for, the Pi cycle top. This is one of my favorites right here. I like this. Basically has predicted the peak of every bull run we've had since the beginning by like a couple days. So historically what it is, it uses the 111-day moving average, and then I guess a newly created 350-day moving average. So when the one crosses the other, and then there's this little dotted line, usually within 3 days, that's when there's a correction. So it did it in 2013, where it called the peak here downtrend, and then the moving averages were apart. Boom, they crossed here at the peak of the 2017 bull run. Boom, we went into our bear market. And then earlier this year, I'll just zoom in a little bit. It crossed right here on about 12 April. And then look, a couple days later, actually, yeah, it predicted it the peak within a couple days. 14th April is when we peaked out. It crossed, and then we went to that mini bear market in the summer. But look where we're at now. Look at how big of a gap there is that we have.
Yeah, that's nuts. It
So,
almost looks like it's wanting to run again.
yeah, that's why I keep telling people, and like nobody,
Can you
like,
zoom out on that a little bit?
yeah, I'm gonna have to just refresh it. But this has historically have called the top for every bull run that we've had since the beginning of Bitcoin's time.
Yeah.
I love this. So don't take this as any financial advice or anything, but this is data. This is, history repeats itself most often. It does. And, this all could be wrong. All these charts could be totally wrong, but I don't know. But look how much room we have to move right here. So that's just one
crazy.
of them. Yeah, there's that one. And the other good one that I liked was, I think it was the golden ratio multiplier. Have you ever heard of this one?
Yep. Yeah, we're sitting right on the very bottom of it.
Yeah, we're at the very bottom right here. Look. We literally touched it. And now maybe we're going to start going back up. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's where you see those triple bottoms on that Bitcoin dominance too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing almost a triple bottom on that as well. So that would lead me to believe that price action may be, in fact, getting ready to bounce.
Exactly.
I mean, I suppose it could go crashing through, but
then all these charts and all of history will this will be debunked for the first time in the history of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But that's why I love this site. And if you guys get a chance, I still want to make a couple more videos on some of these indicators, but every single one pretty much shows that we have a lot of room to run. I think the Bitcoin logarithmic one. Have you seen this one? This is kind of like the rhythm thing.
I like that.
We're right in the middle right now.
Yep.
For this.
That's interesting.
And then there was there's so much stuff you can spend hours just looking at the data, like unique Bitcoin wallet sizes and actually Lightning Network charts. That's kind of interesting too. The MVRV Z score. This is one that was brought to my attention from
I've never heard of this.
It takes basically three metrics: the market value, realized value, and the Z score. So the blue, orange, and red line. Essentially, since I'm a simple person, what you need to know is that when this spikes up into the red is when we peaked out for each of the previous bull runs. That's that Z score, which is a standard deviation test that pulls out extremes in the data between market value and realized value. But look where we're at with the Z score right now. We're not even anywhere near this red box.
Yeah, but we kind of were up there.
Almost earlier this
year.
Yeah, in February. But this is just, I don't know.
But you go back to 2012 and 13, you had that double peak there too.
Way up. But we haven't even touched the box this year yet.
Yeah, and we may not. If you look back to before 2012, that little stretch there right out of the gates didn't even hit it either. So,
yeah.
It could be we're getting ready to head into the bear market. I don't know. It could really, Bitcoin's going to go either way here. We're either going to take this next corrective wave down to 40K or not.
Yeah. What was this one? This was the 2-year moving average multiplier. This was kind of cool. So, if you look at the last bull run, I don't even remember. It's something like multiplies the moving average, the 2-year times 5 or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Interesting stuff.
But we still have, like I said, we're right in the middle. So I don't know. I just look at all these charts, and then with everything that's going on in the FUD, everyone's saying this is the end. I like to look at all this as, data and history, and kind of just like how you look at technical analysis and charts. It's not 100% correct. It may not be true, but it's just, another indicator or chart that you can put in your back pocket and look at it to formulate an opinion to make a financial decision when you guys are trading. So
right.
I just wanted to bring that up real quick.
Yeah, that's a cool thing, man. Definitely. I thought I'd bring up this ETH chart really quick because I know there's probably people holding ETH. ETH's looking bad right now. It looks like there's a massive rising wedge that has failed. So I do think that ETH, if you look at this carefully, ETH, we've seen price action strike almost through the 50 and 200. And if ETH goes down below this 200 moving average and pulls this 50 down with it, this thing may be getting ready to death cross and really take a tumble. So just something to watch out for if you're holding any ETH. This thing may be fixing to get wrecked. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But what other coins did you want to go over tonight, Crypto Airborne?
Let's just do some of the ones that we usually do. I know VGX got a lot of people that like VGX, and it's one of my biggest
Okay.
holdings. So,
And coins. Yeah.
yeah, people are commenting about the quality.
Yeah.
I
There's
don't know. I
some.
might have to just get an Ethernet and plug it into my Netgear power line here that I have.
Yeah, that
It's
would be the way
ridiculous,
to do
man.
it.
I wish I need like a network optimizer person to come and just take a look at my router or something. It's because I have one of those like gaming Netgear things, but I don't know how to mess with all the settings and how to maximize the optimization of your internet. Because I had the guy
Mm-hmm.
come here from Comcast the one time and directly plugged into the router. It's fast, but
Yep.
something with the Wi-Fi is just I don't know.
Right.
But
Yeah, so here's Voyager trading at $3.23. I think that thing is right now, since we're on my fast ass internet, you're able to really see this with good clarity. Voyager token is looking good right now. We have this falling wedge that happened, and we can see price action has escaped this wedge, and we are now trading sideways. So we did come down and verify this trend line again, though. You can see that here. And I do think that there may be a chance that this thing, and I kind of commented on this the other night, the possibility of an inverse head and shoulders here. I mean, if this is it could be. There would be a very solid kind of neckline, kind of right through here, and we can just kind of illustrate this through something like this. So this could be what's going on with Voyager, but it could be in this holding pattern, just waiting to see what Bitcoin and some of the mega movers like Ethereum do over the
yeah,
next few days. But this did take a very nice tumble, as
yeah.
Voyager always does. It seems like it gets going and then it just gets completely stomped to death. But I did do some
Did you do it?
TA.
Did you do a time sequence on Bitcoin? Because you said there was like whatever date, there was some date, there was something that
Yeah,
happened,
on Bitcoin, we can revisit that if you want.
or on Voyager token.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I know in Bitcoin, that's been the case. Here we can see, yeah, December 17th, December 18th, there is possibly an event that could happen, some sort of reversal. Whether or
Mhm.
not this is to the downside or upside, uh, we won't know. Why is my RSI broken? Oh my gosh, Trading
Uh-oh.
View. You broke my RSI. There we go. So I want to look at this thing on like a
Low
12-hour
RSI.
trade. Huh?
You got low RSI, so that's
I'm
good.
feeling like it. I'm feeling like it. Feeling like my relative strength index is low. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So this is what was going on with Voyager token. And you can see we're creeping up on this December 17th time frame. And it wouldn't be surprised if maybe it was December 17th through maybe the 20th. So in between this time, we may see a significant reversal happen. Looking back in hindsight, we can see that there was some major drop off here. Let's just go back and throw this on this candle here, since the wick is lower. We can see that this indicated a huge event was coming. A big drop off happened. Same with right here. We ended up with a bunch of spinning top. That right there in itself is an indication that there is a reversal coming. And then we can see, of course, the market took a dip a day or two later. So here, December 17th, give or take maybe a day, there is possibly going to be some sort of event that takes place.
Hmm.
So if we go back and look at this corrective wave, this is what I love. We could maybe argue the fact that, hey, is this going to be point E, or is E going to be out here, or was E here, and we're just kind of trading sideways to the next move. It's really up to anyone's own mind to determine. But I do think that December 17th, roughly, let's really drill this down. I think people really like to know down to the hour when to look for stuff, myself included. So let's really get with this. So look at December 17th, 8 p.m. Central Time. Just give me within 3 hours of 8 p.m. Central Time. And I do think we may see some sort of reversal take place. And this could be anything like this. And this could be something like this. This could be, something like that. I mean, we just don't know. It could be something like that.
I'll tweet about it tomorrow if something happens within 3 hours of that time frame.
Yep. Tweet it.
Yep.
Tweet it. So yeah, Voyager
is there
token.
Gartley? Does it look like there's a Gartley right there?
Yeah. So this is that Gartley pattern. So this is, a few. I saw somebody in the comments or something was asking about a Gartley or something, and in the last video I did, I was talking about how I was talking to somebody about VGX, and so I came up with this. And so December 1st, 1:30 p.m., VGX at $4.77. Is that a good buyback? I said, I will check. I will make X amount if I buy back what I sold yesterday. You're not going to like this, but Gartley is suggesting a buy-in around $3.03. So back on December 1st, which was way back here, I was able to calculate that VGX was coming right down to $3.03, somewhere in there.
That's crazy.
So that is precision, at its highest level. And we'll just kind of go through and just show everyone how I came up with that conclusion. So when we're looking for a Gartley pattern, folks, what we are looking for, the one thing that I'm looking for as far as bullish Gartley patterns are concerned, and I'm not going to get into the bearish Gartley patterns tonight, but we're looking for a top like this and maybe another top that's just not as high. And then we're kind of looking for a low down here, almost kind of like a smiley face or something. And so that to me is something that I'm always on the lookout for. And this is like X, A, B, C. And the thing is, we're looking for D. And usually we want to see D right at this 127% level, somewhere down here. And so this is how this works. We go like this. So bear with me 1 second. Let's see here. We'll measure from A to X, and we're just trying to check out where C is. A lot of times I like to see C in between 61.8, 786. It can go as high as the point A, but it just can't go higher. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of highlight our little Goldilocks zone. And then I'm just going to get rid of this just to get it out of here. And we're going to go ahead and measure from X to A. And the thing is, we got to make sure point B doesn't protrude lower than the 786. So this is a very nice Gartley pattern that we just confirmed. Now what we need to do is measure from B up to A, which is right here. Somewhere up in here. Actually, I liked this point right here, somewhere in here. I don't know. I'd have to go back and I'm just very loosely drawing these things up, but you can kind of see where I came up with that $3.03 prediction. So it was very close. From being at December 1st, at $4.77, proclaiming that we are going to come down and touch $3.03. That's a pretty bold, wild ass statement to be making. if you don't know what you're talking about.
So Zeus is in the comments. He said, so it looks like the cup and handle's invalidated now.
man, I would say so at this point. But hear me out on this. I mean, Voyager token is a beast. And are we going to see a huge cup and handle like this form? I don't know. I could see it. If we get a bounce here, like I think we might be getting a little bit of a bounce. If something like this happened where we ended up, so hear me out here. So if something like this happened, let's just say $5.50 becomes the new pain in the ass level of resistance that we now all have to deal with. Well, we would be seeing possibly something like this happen. And then, you could see where, hey, maybe this cup, there could be a cup and handle that forms here. But if we go ahead, I mean, you can kind of see the grand scheme of things here. I mean, maybe 2021 isn't Voyager's year to take off to $20 a coin or something. But hey, maybe 2022. I mean, guys, you got to look at this, though. There's not that much longer to wait. If Voyager bounces off this trend line here to the upside, we're talking like January, February.
And we got a lot of announcements and stuff with Voyager coming up. Okay. We got the debit card coming out next year. We got Europe is in March. They're going to be in France, from what I hear, is going to be around the March. Canada will come out of nowhere probably. You got the New York bit license could be popping up out of nowhere. You got NASDAQ listing. So any of those announcements, could definitely pump this up. If not the next couple, 2-3 weeks by the end of the year, Steve always likes to pull stuff out of his, hat every once in a while out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So who knows if they're going to make another big announcement by the end of the year. It could pump us up, or, it might be sometime early next year along with the rest of the market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if we throw up a shift pitchfork here, the trend is suggesting this is the general direction that we're moving. But we have to maintain this line of support here, which unfortunately is a very shallow line of support, meaning we just don't have a whole lot of history. Like this is back to October 26th. Yeah. So we've been at the support level now barely, or, within this trend to the upside barely. So, I mean, it is what it is. If it falls below, I hate to say it. I hate to say this, but we may be seeing the $2 marks if we break this.
I hope not.
I hope not, for everyone's sake. I want to see people make some money.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I think we'll go up. That's just me being hopium. But you always got to be prepared for that downside, though. You never know. You never know with this market.
So let's explore that. So let's just get into this quick. So let's say the downside happens. Okay, it happened. $2.28 might be a point I would be looking at this point in time. And that's right in line with this previous nasty stuff that was going on. So we definitely don't want to return to those levels. But if we flip things around here, let's just say we get a nice bounce, $6.47, $7.41, maybe even as high as $8.50, depending on how high we climb and if we get some really effective Elliott wave theory. Like we had some really nice Elliott wave theory, really kind of, whoops, my mouse slipped. We had some really nice Elliott wave theory until about right here. I mean, I thought we were going to come up, hit this 127, or at the time it wasn't that point, but I thought we were going to come up a little bit higher, somewhere,
So what's Elliott wave theory now, like in play? Is it like not?
It's not. It's not. I mean, we could. I mean, technically, we could almost make the argument that there was a little Elliott wave impulse here, and we could also see that there's probably an ABCD or an ABC correction here. got a nice little pump. Things retraced again. We can just see this other retracement that happened, this ABCDE retracement, and I don't know what's happening right now. It's trading sideways. Price is waiting on the market to move. So it's really, like I said, the good thing with Voyager right now is that we have this little falling wedge that happened, and we can see that price has exited this wedge and has come down to test it. So I'm hoping we get the nice bounce off it on the 4-hour chart and rip right through this Ichimoku cloud, passing right through the 50 and 200. That would be one hell of a move.
Yeah,
let's look at this on the daily.
Tomorrow's Friday, and they tend to make some pretty big announcements every once in a while on Fridays. If you look back,
Payday.
And I know there's some people in the community that are in New York right now visiting. But I don't know. I don't know why they're there. There's something brewing, I think, right now. And we had the announcement of the women's soccer league that they had the partnership earlier this week. I'm not even gonna get into that. That's a whole nother conversation. But I think there's something. I just have a weird gut feeling tomorrow. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I think something might happen.
Yeah.
Not financial advice. What's up, Digital Jeff? He got a Voyager hat for an early Christmas gift. Awesome.
Nice.
Tomorrow is also quad witching. No idea.
Quadruple witching.
You know what that is? No, Josh, what is that?
It's like
a lunar cycle. Oh, the lunar. There's like a full moon too. Okay, there's definitely something going on.
It's like when futures, options, and stuff expire all at the same time, and it just like gets buck wild.
I forgot about that. Yeah, there's that going on. I think there's the lunar cycle is in play. We're almost at a full moon.
Yeah, I always watch out for like the triple witching and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely no, it's all options expire. Yeah, that makes sense because it's the end of the year. So interesting.
So what happened last year at this time when all options expired?
Let's pull up Bitcoin.
The market dump? Did we take off?
Let's look at the total crypto market cap, baby. Okay, so let's see, what are we in December?
Yeah.
And what happened so December?
Joshua thinks tomorrow's going to be wild.
So here's December. Here's December 15th, somewhere in here.
Rodney's saying it exploded last year when all options expired.
Rodney and Joshua are correct. So maybe that's what that 17th and 18th time sequence that I've been trying to figure out is indicating. So that makes perfect sense, Joshua. Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
It's a little hopium.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'm just curious to see back in 19 what did we get there. December, I mean, hey, shortly after we got a nice little run up, so almost a 2x.
Oh wow.
Let's see, somewhere back in here.
What date was it? Was it the same date last year? Like, well, obviously probably plus or minus a day or two.
50% increase. Yeah, I mean,
so
the next couple months
today.
I don't know. I mean, let's just see 50% from here. And this is the total crypto market cap. So we would be seeing something along the lines of 3.4 trillion market cap, which should be the biggest it's ever been.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. Should we go in and check out some of these other coins that people want to see?
Let's try to do like a 2-minute TA or 3-minute. We went pretty long on VGX. That was like the whole.
That really was. Hopefully,
but that was good. That was some good stuff, though.
Yeah. So let's look at the STMX. STMX really to the bed.
Oh, Joshua, real quick before you get set up, he said that quadruple witching refers to 4 days during the calendar year when the contracts on 4 different kinds of financial assets expire. The days are the third Friday of March, June, September, and December.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Interesting.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. Them options, man. I love playing options. I absolutely love it. My favorite thing to do is if I can recognize a nice bullish or bearish setup, it's like taking candy from a baby, but you do get punished if you are wrong with options. Usually you lose your whole bag if you are playing on a short time frame. So we can see that
You do like a
unfortunately.
2-minute TA. I'm gonna
Yep.
set my timer. There's
Oh
a
yeah.
bunch of stuff that we gotta run through. Well,
Yeah.
if you don't
Yeah.
mind. I don't wanna-
Oh, I mind, trust me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so STMX is looking great. We had a really nice setup, almost a bull pennant form, and this thing broke out to the downside. It's a damn shame because STMX was looking so good. I really did think that we were gonna rip through this weak spot in the cloud here. We had plenty of opportunity. We just couldn't get past this 3.5 cent level. So this is kind of like a problem child now because we are seeing this price action kind of linger down here. The one thing for STMX though, if we can get a bounce here, there is a very weak spot in the Ichimoku cloud, which would make things easy to pass through. Let's just run through some of the bullish and bearish scenarios. If this thing keeps going down, look for the 0.0139-ish levels. If this thing decides to maybe head upwards from here, look for maybe 4.5 cents to 5 cents.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know. The way this thing's playing out.
What about a time sequence on it? Does it point to the same date around tomorrow-ish?
We could throw something up. Let's see if we can hack this quick.
Also, keep in mind, guys, if you are into STMX and you guys are invested into it, they do have their debit card, which is going to be pretty awesome, in my opinion, coming out early next year. And then also, they have what else? What else do they have? There was the debit card and there was something else. Just slipped my mind. But they have that coming out next year as well. A lot of different partnerships too with new companies, and Amazon they announced too as well, which was huge.
Let's look at BitTorrent quick. And I'm not going to make the mistake that I always do, and I always click this one. Packable. Are you still with us, brother?
He's lurking.
Okay. So I don't know the last time that we did. So it's been a few weeks since we did TA on BitTorrent. The last time I was talking about this, you can see this chart I drew up. I was kind of talking about this 0.00238-ish level. Looks like we came down and hit this December 6th. So that's very interesting. Now, whether or not we will continue to drift down this way is anyone's guess, but we do have what is called a bullish Gartley here. So if we see price action maybe wander down to this price tag by January 14th, it may be an indication that it might be time to pick up a little bag, not financial or trading advice, but we may be looking for a bounce out of this descending triangle. So I do think that BitTorrent is looking somewhat decent at the moment, and I do think that this thing is going to trade in between 0.003 and the floor of 0.0023. So if you see this thing trading below 0.002, you might want to look me up. So what else do we got?
All right, we got there's so much. Cardano real quick. I'm gonna reset the timer.
Cardano.
At least 2 minutes. There we go.
So Cardano,
I know it's been in a
unfortunately,
downtrend. Man.
It really has been. And we're looking at this thing on a daily chart. Price action though is far out from the cloud. conversion lines set up in a good spot where if this thing were to arc sideways and then move up, we would see a dramatic climb, probably up to this 50 moving average around $1.60-ish, somewhere in there. But the one thing I'm not liking here with Cardano is, let's switch over to a 12-hour chart, maybe. Man, you can see that there is a very nasty symmetrical triangle that is formed off this very bearish leg here. So usually that's a good indication that we'll see a continuation, of the price to the downside. Now, just a moment ago, I had this pulled up. So if this does continue to the downside, it might be looking for this $5 level, 161.8, which is the golden ratio. I know I was talking to Marcos about ADA a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, and I told him I'm waiting for $5 to buy in. So we can see that there is a little bit of a spinning top at the end of the symmetrical triangle, but then we have some fuller body candles starting to form. So I'm hoping that we don't see it come down to this level, but it may come back down to retest this $1.15 to $5. That's my prediction.
Nice. All right, 2 minutes. That was perfect. Holy crap. Exactly. Let's jump into Luna. Digital Jeff, what's up, man?
Oh, what's up?
How's it going?
What's up, Jeff? Good to see you here. See who we got
Luna.
going
I got a little bag of that.
Yeah, so Luna. So we must have been looking at this. Okay, so I think I remember what was going on with this. I think we were trying to figure out if we were going to see some sort of, let me just kind of mess with this. Yeah, I think we were trying to figure out if there was some sort of ascending triangle or rising wedge here. And you can see that, bear with me, that there was a little bit of a rising wedge, and it resulted in some bearish price action. But I don't remember what we were talking about here. Maybe I was speculating we'd get a bounce off this 200 moving average. If that did happen, I don't remember, but doesn't matter. Luna, here we go. So the daily chart, this thing's trading at $64. Okay, we're seeing this thing. I'm sorry, I need to kind of get my bearings with this thing, because it's been probably since the last live stream that I've looked at this.
I think Digital Jeff was the last one that requested it. The last time we did it, like
possibly
2-3 weeks ago, I think.
Possibly. And we'll hit up seller for you, Steve, in just a second.
1 minute left.
Okay, bear with me. We'll go the extra mile for Digital Jeff. I mean,
yeah,
we'll go a couple extra minutes, right?
Digital Jeff, if you guys don't know, he's an awesome dude. You guys go look him up on Instagram. He's a really good cinematographer, vlogger, really good dude. I met him out in Hoboken. We did a drone video back in the day on my other channel, but we've reconnected within this last year with crypto and whatnot. So it's good to see he's getting into it. Love it.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah. So I mean, this is this has been such a nice run up for Luna. But just drawing up these trend lines, we can kind of see that there may in fact be some sort of rising wedge on a grander scheme. There may in fact be some sort of head and shoulders pattern that might be trying to crush Luna. So if I were you and I was playing Luna, I'd be definitely looking at instances of double top failures, or maybe even triple top failures, where we see price try to come up to maybe around this $78 level. I mean, it looks like we've had a couple failures already. So you can kind of see a little bit of a double top here and here. I mean, they're kind of so close together. You could, depending on what chart you're looking at, you could probably loop them together. But, I would be, if you see this thing trading lower than $51, which seems to be a very key level of support and resistance here, as you can see, there might be some greater concerns. So if this thing, if you see this thing run up to, this $76, $78 level again, and it fails, or you see this thing come down to about $54, be careful, because this thing may be gearing up for a bigger fall, as this could quite possibly be a rising wedge, and a rising wedge of great scale to boot. So, I mean, this would be a huge hit to Luna. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but I'm just trying to right now look at Elliott wave theory. We can see Elliott wave theory to the upside on this. Boom, 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 boom. We had a nice correction to come back down here. Where are we seeing? I'm just having a hard time seeing any Elliott wave theory that could possibly happen from here. So, yeah, just be on the lookout with this one. If you're seeing failures at 74 to 77, $78, and I might want to get a hold of me.
But yeah, guys, if you are interested in Luna, there's 4% rewards or interests, as you could say, on Voyager if you hold at least 10 Luna. So passive income for you guys. But there you go, Digital Jeff.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll do seller next.
Yeah. Got S. Well, S is talk about Loop Ring. But yeah, we'll get to that. Steve Seller. Let's do that real quick.
So I don't remember the last time we did seller. It was probably on this live stream. I threw up this shift pitchfork, and you can see how price has really traded nicely within these levels. This is having a tough time breaking this little band here. Let's look at this on like let's look at this on like a 1 hour chart here. Okay, so what we can see right here is Elliott wave theory to the upside, and on this is on the 1 hour chart. So I'm going to go from here to here to here to here, and of course, boom, up to here. This is perfect Elliott wave theory. So with price action kind of hanging out away from the cloud, I would guess that we may see some sort of ABC correction, maybe down to around 0.0795-ish cents, somewhere in there, 0.076, somewhere in there. This thing needs to come closer to the cloud before it can move up a little bit. I do think that, let's just look at this thing. I mean, we can see that this thing just really did come out of a falling wedge. So we can, or at least what it looks like a falling wedge. So we can see that resulted in a really nice price spike. A lot of times what we will see, though, is Elliott wave theory inside of Elliott wave theory. So we may be seeing something like this happen, or a greater move to the upside. It just really depends on which way Bitcoin's going. I want to really look at this thing, though, on a daily chart, and then we'll wrap this one up. Let's see what we got here. On the daily chart, price action is looking good. It's gunning for this weak spot in the Ichimoku cloud. If price action can come up and breach that and set up for a nice, make some sort of symmetrical triangle or ascending triangle or something like that, and propel to new all-time highs or something like that, that would be nice. The conversion line is arcing up towards the baseline, and we are starting to see this 50 moving average kind of flatten out. So my guess is that we will probably over the next few days see some explosive moves, maybe up to around 11 cents, somewhere in there with seller. It's looking good. Not financial or trading advice, but the last time this thing broke through, we'll just wrap this up. The last time we really crushed through this 200, you can kind of see how it came back up to retest this 200. So I think that might be what it's doing right now.
Nice. Yeah,
Hold
I don't
on to
know.
it.
I don't know anything about Seller. I know was it Crypto TA? He talks a lot
Yep.
about Seller, but I honestly have never taken any time. There's so many coins out there. I've got my 5 or 6 coins to keep up with, but
Yeah,
Seller definitely isn't one of them.
yeah. If you're looking for some really high quality TA, check out Crypto TA. He does really good work with Seller. I mean, he's got his finger on the pulse with Seller. So
yeah, let's
he
jump
could.
over to what is it? Loop Ring. We got S blowing up the chat right now. He's saying that it's a good coin. I've heard of Loop Ring. I honestly don't know too much about it. But yeah, S, if you want to talk a little bit about it in the comments, that'd be awesome. But yeah, we'll do 2 minutes on that real quick. It's technical analysis on it. I don't know too much about it
All right.
fundamentally.
Yeah, I don't recall, really hearing about Loop Ring. So it's just maybe we've looked
Google
at it.
said.
You're supposed to be our Google right now.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man.
So you can see that Loop Ring has been on a very nice run since the coronavirus crash. This thing ran up Elliott wave theory to the upside. This is exactly what I want to see. I don't know if this low is lower than this point. We're just going to pretend like it is because we did see this very nice kick-ass run. This might even be 0.2 here. This might be something like this in here. So we definitely, there was some sort of Elliott wave impulse at least that happened here. And it does look like there might have been some sort of ABC correction that maybe happened to the downside. But then we have a repeat. And this looks like Elliott wave theory all over again. So bear with me while I get these indicators up. Oh my gosh, trading view. So we can see how Elliott wave theory might be in play once again. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing made a move back to the upside. Man, I'm just trying to look at this on the daily chart. We're moving through the Ichimoku cloud. It's not good. But
10 seconds.
Okay. I would say that this thing has a good chance of moving to the upside. Let's just give you some numbers to play with. I'd be leery of this thing around $4.67 to $5.52 to the downside. Let's look at this quick. If this thing does come crashing down, this thing's already resting on the 786, very common reversal point. But if that fails, $1.53, that fails 88 cents.
Nice. Crone, real quick, said, "What's a good buy zone?" I think he might have just said it. The 88 cents
for Luna or for Loop Ring.
Yeah. Not financial advice, by the way, but
yeah,
based off
definitely
TA.
not. Let's see. There, well, man, it's tough to tell right now. It really is. I mean, are we going to be seeing Elliott wave theory to the upside or not? That's what I'm struggling with. RSI is in a position right now where buyers could step in and really pump this thing one last pump. So, I mean, we're at the 786, not financial or trading advice, but man, I would say anywhere around $1.53 to $2 maybe might be a decent play. I hate speculating.
Yeah.
If I was playing this, I would definitely be waiting for a retest of this 200 moving average. At this point, we're under the cloud, so closer to $1.53 possibly, somewhere in there. $1.75. I'm not sure. This is just one of those ones that I'm not familiar with it. I don't know anything about this.
Same here.
If this was CKB, I would feel more comfortable answering that question. But
Let's jump over to CKB while we're at it.
Might as well, huh?
That's
How
on
many
my list
people are
too.
in here?
We got 18 people watching.
Not bad.
I got so far I got CKB, I got Slam, and then there's some tweet from earlier that I put out with a couple that I wanted to jump into real quick. And that's pretty much it. I don't want to go too long and take your guys' time.
Well, we're an hour 10, so yeah. Let's wrap this up in a couple more and then we'll check this out. But yeah, CKB, I mean, nasty corrective wave to the downside. Are we going to see another corrective wave to the downside? We don't know yet, but CKB is still sitting good dating back to November of 2020. So we can see that even if we do suffer another corrective wave to the downside, as long as we really don't penetrate this uptrend, that's really all I care about. What I've been kind of telling people is that there could also be a similar situation like what we're seeing with Voyager, in the fact that, you know, we might be seeing this inverse head and shoulders kind of play out in the short term. And this is just all dependent on Bitcoin and what happens right now. But if that does happen, I do think that we would come up and see some retests of the 3.5 cent levels. If you're looking for a super in-depth video about CKB, just check my channel out. I dropped a video on it today, and I'm not trying to show my channel on your channel, but I went into detail with like
don't
8
subscribe
minutes.
to him. Shilling his crap on my channel. It's BS.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Dollar.
But yeah, just go watch his video.
0.016, at the lowest. You know, that would be the ultimate support levels, but I'd like to see this thing come back up to about that 3.5 cent level.
Perfect. Would love it.
Up here.
Let's jump while we're talking about CKB. Yak. I know Strika talk about yokai swap, and I keep forgetting I have some money in there, and it's making some pretty decent gains in the pool or the staking pool or whatever. Yak.
Yeah, I got a ton of yoke.
Dropped like 10 grand into that when it first came out.
I got a bunch in there right now still.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys so I dropped a ton in there today. So this is my yoke holdings right now. It's out there.
Nice.
You know, in the last, so I put a bunch more in today. So in the last 12 hours, I've made $5 of just yoke profit. And you have to think, if you throw a G in this and just pretend like this is some sort of miner, which it kind of is, you know, I'm making like $10 a day.
Yeah, we're making more than a CK box at the current mining rates.
Exactly.
The mining rates right now on CKB box is crap because the market's down and everything.
I haven't even.
I don't even want to look. I know.
Yeah,
you don't want to.
We can pull up a yoke chart if you guys want.
I completely forgot about
that. I have a really ghetto one that I can pull up. And of course,
I'm trying to write down timestamps.
So, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to just make some adjustments here. Bear with me 1 second. I freaking hate TradingView when it does this. There we go. So with yokai, there's just not a whole lot of data that we can play around with. But we can see that there was a nice pop. I mean, I'm not hiding anything. I made like 2 grand, you know, 1,500, 2 grand off this pump. And then once I saw things kind of start dwindling away, I switched back over to CKB, and that's where I recently rebought back into yoke to the stake pools. So I think I got out at about 60 something cents and got back in at 25 cents. So whatever, if I lose $1,000, I do, but at least I've got free stake pool money.
Yeah.
So we have really seen this thing bottom at, bear with me 1 second here.
We all know it's going to pop.
Oh, dude,
I think
yeah.
first DEX on
Yeah.
CKB. Like it's just like Cardano with Sunday Swap, the first DEX on there.
Yeah, for sure. So I was kind of thinking at first that we were seeing more of like a descending triangle, but the more this thing kind of developed, this thing really turned out to be kind of like a symmetrical triangle. And I'm really hoping, I mean, just the way that this thing has fallen, it's just been like a graceful fall. It's not like one of these sharp falls, and then you see the symmetrical triangle form, and then you can really expect a continuation when you see stuff like that. Bear with me 1 second here. When you start seeing what in the hell is going on here, I apologize, folks. So I do think that there is a chance that if there is a descending triangle, we may see a nice bounce out of this. I do think that we can see all these coins right now are hinging on the 17th, 18th.
Yeah,
We're seeing a lot of these holding patterns that are just stalling on the daily. Oh, we get a little RSI on the daily. Nice. That wasn't available earlier. So we've got a 45 for the RSI on the daily. So we are definitely in oversold territory. Not by much, but somewhat, I would say. So
nice.
yeah, with that said, I mean, Yoke, this is, you got to figure that. Yeah. I mean, once I did see some rumors that like they're going to start doing some pancake swap pairs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you
They're
have
doing
to
a
figure
Sunday swap they're going to partner with. Yeah, with CKB.
Yeah, Sunday swap, and I think I saw something in the works with pancake swap too.
Yep.
So you got to figure once this thing plugs into all these other dexes, like this thing is gonna fucking blow up.
Yep.
Excuse my language, but
24
hour volume, 103,000. That's very weak. I accounted for at least 1%, 2% of that volume in the last 24 hours. So,
man, that's making me want to like FOMO in. Not really FOMO, but I think right now is a good time. Yeah, well, I have my crypto.com account linked. That's the only way I can send CKB over. So I should just should I just transfer all my mining profits over to this? Just YOLO.
I don't know. I moved what did I move? About 54,000 CKB over today and bought up some Yoke. I've got about 6,000 more CKB in Yoke that I was going to move over. I got to do that after this live stream.
Yeah. All right, let's keep continuing because we can keep going on. All right, so I had there were some comments in some of the tweets. Marcos said H bar, quick H bar.
Is Marcos in the chat?
No, he's at a Christmas
party. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he is at a Christmas party. Yep. He wants H bar though. Is he watching remotely?
I don't know. He might be watching, but he's one of the moderators. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's really got that. If you guys ever come down with a bad rash, check him out. He can hook up that rash cream like nobody's business. So the last time we were looking at H bar, obviously I had this Fibonacci retracement up. It was on the screen when I pulled this up. And so we can see that price action has come down to the 786. So this is an interesting play. A lot of traders make a damn good living. I said this before, waiting to buy the dip at 50% and playing the bounce. A lot of times price action continues south. It's always a good play to buy at the 61.8. It's much safer. But the caveat is that look at what happened. It went even lower. So buying at the 786 at this point in time.
Yeah.
For H bar, I think that's a solid buy. I do.
I do too.
It's pending Bitcoin. Are we seeing this mega inverse head and shoulders that could be forming? Maybe we might be looking at a nice impulse wave to the upside via Elliott wave theory or something like that. But $7.86, folks. I mean, not financial or trading advice. Let's look and see what's going on the daily chart, because that always does paint a different story. Let me get rid of some of this stuff.
Yeah, and like crypto Twitter, no one's talking about H bar. I actually made a tweet about it the other day because I have a pretty small bag of H bar, and I know a lot of the Voyager community has H bar, and they like H bar, Oak and Shield, and Retro Lenny or whatever. But nobody's talking about it because it's down. But that's usually the best time to buy. I hate saying it, not financial advice, but like when everything's bearish, or like when no one's talking about it, that's when you throw your money into it, and that's how you become rich.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Don't chase the dollar.
Yep.
Don't chase it. So with that said, that's great advice. And Crypto Airborne is definitely one of the top, probably top 2 or 3 traders that I've ever met. So what he says is take it with some seriousness.
And and it's crazy because it's like you get all these big YouTubers and stuff who aren't transparent. I'm pretty transparent, I think, a lot of my videos if you guys follow me and whatnot. But I don't know. It just seems that society is just crazy when it comes to like what people want to see and view and whatnot. Usually I have the mindset that where I go opposite against what everyone else is doing type of thing. And that's been pretty successful in my life. It's like, I mean, kind of I'm contradicting myself as a YouTuber and talking about all this stuff. It's like, oh, you want to listen to what I say, but then you want to do the opposite type of thing. But I'm doing this for fun. I don't really care if I make money on YouTube. Like I make a couple dollars. That's it. I'll tell you guys, I don't really care. The majority of my money I make is through interest with cryptocurrency, but I have 6-7 income streams. And I tweeted about this the other day. How many income streams do you guys have? Because usually millionaires have 7 income streams. So if you have 1 or 2 income streams, man, you're in the majority of the whole world or the United States of America lives paycheck to paycheck type of thing. And I'm getting into a whole rabbit hole right now, but it's always good to just have a passion, do what you love, and at least have multiple income streams. I've always been like that my whole life. But
I have 6.
That's good.
I have 6. Awesome. So
and they keep adding up randomly everywhere.
Yep.
Like we could actually, that would be a whole good conversation to talk about one day. I mean, I would love to talk about that. And then that gets out of the cryptocurrency thing. But like, if you're not like having multiple streams of income in your life, I don't know, you need to, because we got staking, we got interest, we got YouTube, you got your salary job, you get there's a whole bunch of things that you can get into.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to have more than one. And I've got friends who just have the one, their regular wage job, and that's all they want. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So a lot of people, don't have the ability to get those extra, but I mean, in today's age, you can hustle like nobody's business behind a computer screen.
Yeah,
all you gotta do is fire up. All you got to do is fire up YouTube and start cranking out crazy videos. I make really good money on YouTube with my YouTube channel. Really good money. So, we're talking, $550 to $700-800 a month. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm open about it. So
I like it. H-bar. We'll talk about that. That could be a whole nother live stream. We'd love to talk about that.
It really should. And you know what? Now that you mention that, we should just go over finance at a high level.
Yeah.
I've been in about every industry that you could imagine, slinging diamonds in Asia to firearms business to, governmental business to, you name it. I've, boats. I've been in it all.
Metal detecting and stuff. Man, you're the jack of all trades. 6FIG is the jack of all trades.
A lot of people tell me that. A lot of people tell me that. But yeah, let's drill down into H-bar. there could be this chance that we get this inverse head and shoulders out of H bar. We do have a very nice corrective wave. We know this because we can see this. The one thing I'm hoping doesn't happen is that we see a D and E move. A lot of times we'll see these corrective waves move in ABC or ABCDE maneuvers. So with that said, if that does happen, H bar will be sitting in some trouble. But right now, H bar is really sitting far away from the Ichimoku cloud. So we can see this. We have the conversion line really straightening out. The second that this thing starts to arc upwards, we're going to see price action come right up to this 50 moving average and 200. So it wouldn't surprise me to see H bar maybe do a close to I'd say just shy of a 2x from where it's at right now. Just shy. I mean, nice. I think that this thing would have some potential to maybe run up to this 40-cent level, 41-cent level, somewhere in there, because this would be the 61.8 if we flip-flop this. Let's just do that. Oh my goodness.
5 seconds left, and then I'm gonna get into. There's like a couple Twitter ones that actually I'm interested in that I talked about earlier.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Gods
so I mean,
Unchained.
So if this thing comes up to the 61.8, I think I'd be happy with that. So yeah, we might be looking at just under a 2x.
Nice. All right, so this next one, real quick. Let me just reset my timer.
Which one is this?
So this is actually getting a lot of attention. I've been looking into it as you were talking.
Floki, shaky, poopy, shit actually, on the shingle coin.
What's his name? Said it. Oh, C. Blair said MRC token.
MRC. Machado?
No, it's the medicated rash cream token.
Oh, yeah, okay. Nice. Nice. I like that.
He tweeted about that. I was like, oh my God, I got to say that on live stream tonight.
Great.
He's like, yeah, man, you got to take a look at the MRC token. And he did like the whole dollar thing. He's like, it's medicated rash cream. It's going to be launched on like Sunday Swap here soon or something like that.
That's freaking hilarious. I want somebody to launch that thing. Maybe I'm going to talk to some developer friends.
I would not be surprised if that happens. But no, the Gods Unchained, real quick.
That's freaking
I'm going
funny.
to share my screen. So Gods Unchained, I guess it's a play-to-earn gaming token that's pretty hot right now. This was requested by, I wrote it down, Crypto Mechanics. So I'll tweet to him later, maybe probably tomorrow or something. I have a whole bunch of timestamps written down on my piece of paper right here. So if you guys, well, not you guys watching, but anyone can just go to the comment section and then look at the pinned comment section. I always put whatever you want to skip to. So, but yeah, do you have that? I don't even know if there is TA on that.
I pulled up the chart. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually okay.
Yeah, they got it pegged to Tether.
I think it's a Binance chain. Is
this a Beep 20?
Gods Unchained. It's ranked number 275. It's up 13% the last 24 hours. It's $7. It is an Ethereum token, I guess, but
okay,
it's pretty big. But
yeah, absolutely. So this is kind of an interesting move that this pulled. So we did see that this is why you guys got to look for this Elliott wave theory movements because it is very prevalent here. We can see this. The reason I didn't start this here is because 0.2 comes down. Well, does it come down lower? Yeah, it comes down lower. But we can still argue that, hey, there might be some sort of Elliott wave theory maneuver here. We can see that this came down for a classic A, B, C correction. And now what is happening again? This is a 1 hour chart. We don't really have much data, but we may be seeing price action look to possibly repeat this cycle. So we might be getting ready to see, maybe some move like this. to the upside. But let's just go ahead and just look at what happened in the past. So it looks like this thing came up to $8 and what 90 cents, and that
Wow.
looks like that's its all-time high.
There's
So
only
here,
500 million of them with
okay.
33 million circulating right now.
So here's the dark side to God's Unchained. Uh, Remember when we were talking about the Gartley pattern earlier?
Yeah.
What I'm looking for is, a high like this, not so high like this, and something like this, kind of like this little smiley face combo. So this to me is a perfect opportunity to run Gartley, and we will see that we might be seeing price action actually gear down for a nice bloodbath. So let's look at this quick at a super high level really quickly. So this is going to be my X pattern. This is going to be my A, B, and we're just going to mark C up here because we don't know. And oh shit. Okay. Hold on.
We got room to go to the downside, I guess, for this. But
Boy,
I don't know.
we do.
And you got to
Okay,
start
so
thinking about the fundamentals about all the gaming tokens and all that.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, keep going.
So here we go. So we got this. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to think about. So we got the 61.8 and the 786. This is the perfect zone that I want to see point C at. The perfect place. So next thing we need to do is get rid of these extensions and trade them for a retracement. And what I'm looking for is for price to come right down in between the 61.8 and 786. Usually what the rule of thumb is that you don't want to see it really go past the 786. And if we look very closely, the body of the candle did not travel lower than this line. This is a textbook Gartley pattern. So now what I'm going to do is measure from B. Bear with me. I'm just trying to set this chart up. Okay. Oh my gosh, TradingView. Sorry guys, I had to really adjust this
Is it
chart.
really glitchy all the time like
Dude,
that?
I
It's a lot
freaking
of.
hate this.
Hmm.
So okay, so here it is. So what we're gonna do is draw up this retracement from B to A. Okay. Oh my gosh. And so I think D is possibly going to be somewhere right down around this $3.18. So if this thing starts to fail, I'd be looking to buy back in either at $3.18 or $1.62, which would be somewhere down here.
Phew. Yeah, the gaming and the play to earn games are just huge. Like this
Yeah.
whole, and especially like if we're quote going into a bear market next year,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm looking at. I want to know what I'm going to get
Yeah,
into that's going to keep making me money during the bear market type of thing.
for sure.
Especially with there's all the video games coming out,
Yeah.
with the NFTs being incorporated. Oh my gosh, it's
Yep.
going to get crazy.
That's true. So, yeah, with the very limited data that we have, be careful with Gods Unchained. If you're playing it, just know, this thing's looking like it wants to cut in half. I hope it doesn't. I hope we don't lose 600% of its value either.
It's crazy. Is it a fairly new coin? Is that why the data is so? There's
It
not much there
appears that TradingView picked this up. I'm not
fairly
sure how old, but October.
recently. Okay.
Yeah. So it may be gearing to do one of these
Nice.
moves here. I don't know. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping this is a nice bull flagpole, symmetrical triangle. This thing's ready to rip,
Nice.
So that's Gods Unchained for
All
sure.
right.
About to chain someone in the basement. at these
You should say
low
that.
prices.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, how you guys doing tonight? We got 17 watching. The comments, you guys have been a little quiet. I asked any last minute requests. 18 are watching. There's only a few commenting. Don't be shy, guys. I used to lurk all the time on live streams, but yeah, let's one more. Whoever's up next that we haven't done yet, put it in the comments. Free technical analysis by the expert, 6FIG stock trader.
I'm
Let's
far
go.
from an expert.
Yeah, we're just some dudes that like to invest in crypto.
Crypto rash cream coins.
Yeah.
For sure.
Quick biddy update.
Biddy? Bitcoin?
Oh yeah, Bitcoin. Let's end it on that. I like that. Let's do
All right. I'm gonna show you
Sean,
guys something here.
Sean said V chain, but I think Josh beat it to him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this picture?
That's pretty trippy.
So this picture here was created by warping my thumbnail today that I dropped.
I've heard about this.
So it was insane. I used a method that involved like neural networks and all sorts of code.
In quantum,
and
yep. I saw some TikTok videos on this.
It's freaking crazy. And so I don't know. I was almost thinking about just minting this as an NFT or something. Like you go from this to this, like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, I saw a TikTok video about that where the guy asks what happens after you die, or like all these crazy questions to this quantum computer, and then that's what like it makes up like a picture or something. But yeah, is that kind of like what you're talking about or whatever? I don't know. What you were sending me on on Snapchat earlier, I couldn't hear any of it because kids were going crazy or whatever. But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
Digital Jeff just said you can't leave us hanging with the stories from Asia. Oh, that's the diamond thing, dude. Everyone wants to know about that.
Yeah, everybody always does.
We might want to save that for another time.
That's
pretty good story. I know it.
I'll show you guys something real quick. So I used to have this YouTube channel.
You're live right now.
I know. I'm not going to say what the name of it is, but I would use YouTube to throw up jewelry. Oh, did it say it? Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. I don't care. I don't have anything on there. Yeah. They're a bunch of like 15-year-old videos. So here's the deal with slinging diamonds from Asia. I can't say too much about it.
Yeah.
But I was moving diamonds around. We would send them up to India sometimes to get cut. You would, you really wouldn't know what to expect. But Bangkok, Chantheberry, Thailand, some of those, especially in the Bangkok gem district, the diamond market in gem market really flourishes. So yeah, basically we would import diamonds, set them into jewelry, and do business over there. So it was wild. Diamonds are so cheap. It's not even funny. Diamonds are so cheap until they get to a jewelry store. I was able to get like a 2-carat, like yellow diamond, round cut. We're talking SI2, clarity. It just, whatever, phenomenal. Yeah. Couldn't see any inclusions. We're talking like $1,500. And once they get to the States or big cities, get into jewelry stores, that's when they start marking them up, 500 to 1,000%. It's stupid.
That's crazy.
Absolutely stupid. But if you can buy, raw cut diamonds and send them off to get cut, a lot of people in the United States are around. I know in the Midwest, there's a really phenomenal group of Russian diamond cutters. New York City has lots of them, and of course, LA, kind of the standard hubs of US. But yeah, it's a good business to be in. A lot of nice people. The only thing is, if you start moving uncut diamonds, stuff like that, you need to have KPCs, Kimberly process certificates with them, because it's illegal not to. So, and
That's
I was
crazy.
doing business way back before KPCs were actually required, and so that was a worldwide movement to help combat, um, slave diamond mining and stuff like that. So it's a good thing.
That's
And we
crazy.
always made sure that everything was clean with our stuff. So yeah, it was an interesting time. Um, it's a very easy business to get into.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know anything. You just blew my mind. I was looking for the blown mind emoji, but
Oh,
there you
okay.
go. That's the Asia story about diamond cutting with 6FIG.
And there's other stories in Asia that I just can't talk about.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
Well, that's all I
Bitcoin,
got. Oh,
yeah,
Bitcoin. Yeah.
Bitcoin's at this really weird moment in time. Symmetrical triangle. This thing, like I said, the 17th, 18th, 19th are going to be days that we're going to be watching for a movement, either a continuation or a reversal at this point. I'm really hoping that we see, a little inverse head and shoulders. The one nice thing about this setup, on, I should say, I thought this was a daily chart. But the one thing that's nice about this setup is that price action is trading really far away from this cloud. So I do think that there is a good chance when we start seeing stuff, get this far away from the cloud, price is going to want to wander back a little bit. It might not stay there, but I do think that price might wander back a little bit. I do think that there is a chance to come up and at least retest this $55,000 level. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'd love to see that.
Yep.
So,
All right, guys. We went another long session, 1 hour and
this was
43
supposed to be an
minutes.
hour, and here we are. We always do this, though. It's
I know.
fun. I love it.
I try to take timestamps, so I got a sheet of paper in front of me. I'm gonna go back maybe tonight or tomorrow or whatever, just so people that miss this can go back and go skip to their favorite coin and whatnot and look at 6FIG's technical analysis, not financial advice.
Yep.
But yeah, guys. I'm gonna end it here. If you guys aren't already subscribed or follow me, go check me out on Twitter at crypto_airborne. That's where I do all my latest news feed updates and all that. And oh, I forgot about this. If you guys are into crypto and taxes, we hate talking about it, but our VGX Heroes community, we did a Twitter space last night, and we had Miles Brooks, CPA, and then we also had the CEO came on the Twitter Spaces from Crypto Trader Tax, recent partner with the Voyager Coin Ledger. But a lot of good information about crypto taxes. Highly recommend checking that video out and look at the timestamps. But yeah, just check me out on here. I do a lot of just daily updates and whatnot. And then also don't forget 6FIGSTOCKTRADER. Go follow him on Twitter. Crushing it. I think I actually got you into Twitter and you blew me away with your followers. Just 2,247 followers. That's insane, dude.
Is that what I'm at
You're
now?
growing so fast. It's insane.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you all for following. Wow. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't keep track of followers and subscribers. I just like to sign on, do my thing. It's good to interact with people. and the community, crypto community is the best. So it's, for me to take a couple hours out of my day just to hang with everyone, it's awesome.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
And I've got the crypto set coming along, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. What can you tell us about that? Because people are probably wondering, like, oh, 6Fig, he's building a studio. Does that mean we're gonna get a face reveal or something soon?
Yeah, I'm thinking at 10,000 subs. I'm
Which
thinking
we're
at
close, right?
yeah, we're within a few hundred, within a few hundred, 2 or 3, 400, somewhere in there. So I
Yeah,
think within the next month it'll hit. No
6Fig
rush to
face
get there.
reveal, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've been building the last week. I've been building the set.
Legit.
Basically, I sectioned off about 1,400 square feet in my basement. I'm using some of it for just to build a set. I built up a, a nice background. I've got crypto miners moved in. There's
Then you look
sawdust
at my
and
background. I'm sorry, guys. I don't.
well, your background doesn't change much because you're living in your mom's basement.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's funny, man. You guys, I got my crypto miners here. I got this. I tried to put it here, but yeah, it's pretty bad to be honest with you. So whatever. Appreciate you guys
You'll
following me.
spruce that up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so I got today I ordered some more sound panels. I did order a camera boom that basically attaches to the ceiling, that folds down, and you can throw your cameras on there. So I'll be either throwing on my GH5s or some audio equipment or something like that on there.
you should link up with Digital Jeff. He's excited about the studio because
Yeah.
I know he works from home too, and he's same thing as you, videographer and all the cinematography and stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
That's
I'm surprised I even have 1,000 subscribers with my backdrop right now. It's so bad, dude.
yeah.
Whatever, guys. I'll work on it. I'll think of a epic backdrop for when I move back down to Florida and either build a house or buy a house and convert a room just for YouTube. Like I don't know.
Yeah. It's been a dream of mine to do that. All these years that we've been involved with YouTube and like going back to the drone stuff, and like we just 5-10 years ago we're using camcorders and old GoPros to try to do videos and minimal editing softwares, and now we got grown-up money
Yeah.
and we can
Yep.
basically build stuff out like this. So yeah, Digital Jeff, I'll have to get in touch with you or something. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm thinking I got a couple GH5s, nice Canon. I got a 6D Mark something. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking. Like I do these live streams. I just have a webcam still, like the Logitech. I don't even know what it is, 920 or whatever it is. But like I have a GH5 sitting like in my bedroom. Like how
you gotta hook that.
I gotta like figure out how to. But there's still some big YouTubers that just use webcams like this, like Crypto Wendio and Rob from Digital Asset News. I'm pretty sure they still just use like regular webcams for their videos. But then you start thinking like you want to get big and professional. But then I start thinking that like the biggest YouTubers, I don't even want to watch them anymore because that's not like where you're going to get valuable content. That's not like how you're going to get rich. Because at the point where you got BitBoy talking about these projects, it's probably already too late to invest in. You know what I mean? So where you're going to get the most value is in these YouTubers that have 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 20 under 100,000, in my opinion. I think that's what the most value is because I don't have a professional team with me right now that's going to edit my video, that's going to, take the video footage that we have, divert and take every section and then upload it to Twitter tomorrow in 50 different sections. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, Digital Jeff, I know he knows about all that stuff. Because as you grow, you want that though. Like I don't want to be doing everything that I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I want to have the most time spent just enjoying myself, but having fun at the same time, type of thing. So it's just all something I think that matters as you grow, and you figure out as you grow into your brand and whatever your business and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, that was a fun live tonight, man. It was good to get behind the mic again.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I should be doing a Heroes Hangout tomorrow night. So if you guys are a VGX hero and you're new and you haven't came on to my YouTube channel, you guys want to come on, feel free to come on. I don't have any agenda. We just talk all crypto, Voyager, all that type of stuff. But yeah, just hit me up tomorrow night. Even if you're not a VGX hero, I would love to have you guys on my channel and just talk. That's pretty much it.
That's a lie.
I don't know. I'm here just to hang out with you guys. So, but yeah, have a great night, everybody. I can't see. I got my Yeti thing right here in front of my screen. But that's a whole other thing with the mic settings. I gotta get with Digital Jeff and you guys. Pretty good sound
good.
tonight, right? Was video quality and mic, like microphone quality, pretty good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
I gotta go check my crypto miners.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a great night. Appreciate you guys. You always do that. Crypto Airborne out. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.